Sacred sites shrouded in ancient legends and mysteries. Places which, based on beliefs, are vested with unearthly powers. What did those who built them believe? How did those people see the world and their place in it? A group of scientists from Nazarbayev University, researchers of Kazakhstan National Geographic Society, travelers and writers have embarked on the expedition to pierce into their mysteries. In this episode, what did Abystai women do? What is preventing Akkol mosque from complete destruction? Why did the settlement around a 100-year-old wooden mosque become deserted? This year, jointly with Nazarbayev University, our expedition is planning to visit 6 sites in central and eastern Kazakhstan. Currently, we are heading towards the aul of Akkol, where the mausoleum of Jibek and his descendants is located. Jibek Ishan Kazrat used to live here. This person was the representative of one of the younger generations of Muslim missionaries who had brought Islam to the territory of central and northern Kazakhstan. Literally the first minute we found a collection of poems. 300 pages of Muslim poetry. In addition, we digitized the gravestone monuments of Jibek Ishan. Today we will have to cover about 450 kilometers. Our expedition's journey today will finish in the city of Semipalatinsk, and tomorrow we'll go to Akkol Mosque. There are numerous legends about it. There's a public discussion about what to do with it, either to demolish and build something in its place or move it to a different location. The first mosques appeared on the Polkovnichi Island. What was this island? It was an exchange field. It was where merchants used to stop and live. There were 80 houses on this field, which also means 2 mosques. They started building a fortress and the Cossack settlement for Russians and Tatars around it. The first houses were built along the bank of the Semipalatinka River. Every 40 to 50 houses needed a mosque. So by 1914 there were already 8 mosques on this side, before World War I. In Semey, we got very lucky. According to Imam, the survived manuscripts date back to the late 18th and 19th centuries. It's an extraordinary material. Touching it was a true miracle. All this is exclusive. These books were gathered by the local Muslim community, Tatars and Kazakhs. Particularly, a lot of them were brought from the Volga and Ural regions. Many manuscripts are in the Tatar language.
Написано на татарском языке.
1896 года работа. То есть мы можем даже на камеру.
именно вот эти вот книги.
These books are of special interest for us because they're an integral part of local Islamic history. They show how the local Muslim and Tatar communities specifically had studied these books, read them, and how they had passed on their religious knowledge. There was a certain rich man, Sultan Fazil Bekov. He made a Hajj, came back from it, gathered people and built this mosque. There were about 50 houses and a lake here back then. The forest was closer in the old days, because they had used up a lot of timber to build their houses. We even met a person who witnessed the history of this mosque during the late 19th and most of the 20th century. She saw it all with her own eyes. Gulshara Apa is an old woman living in this village. She is educated and has 9 daughters. Although all of them had left the place and now live around the world, Gulshara Apa continues living in Akkol.
Қай елден болды осы жергілікті қазақтар ма?
Көрсекең өздері бөлектер. Ауылдан ат біліп, парат шана біліп, жаздығын арба біліп. Отанғалидан кейін осы ауылда просто молла болдылар. Енді ауылда молла керек қой. Бір таңғы намазды оқиды. Және отырып оқиды.
Наш коллега Розалина.
Our colleague Rosalia got really interested about Tatar female Abustai mullahs. Gulshara Apa is one of the representatives of the Abustai tradition, religiously educated women.
Қуанышқа туған ай бол, туған қуаныш болсын, амин.
The Institute of Abustai is traditional for Tatars. As a rule, Abustai were imams or mullahs' wives. They were the ones who educated girls and basically gave them not only religious but also other knowledge. My aunt had studied here as well as my brother. I myself had studied here until the 7th grade. There was a school here. Here was the ladder. All classes were separate and then they rebuilt it into a public center. During her childhood, the mosque was used as a school. After that, when she grew up, they used it as a public recreation center, where they used to watch Indian movies and dance to the music in them. Not a single old man and woman stayed. All of them fled. Growing up, she studied in the same school. But when the school ceased to exist, children started going to the school in the neighboring village of Zhilande. Akkol wooden mosque is practically destroyed. I know that a couple of years back, local children were still playing here. They tried moving it to Ust-Kamenogorsk, but for local population, the mosque is a sacred site and facility, and so they wanted to keep it here. It has become an integral element of local cultural and religious landscape. Local people have a strong desire to preserve their sacred places. Somebody who would be willing to fight for this place will for sure appear. Every holy place has at least one person willing and ready to defend it.
Хотя бы один защитник.